Hello and welcome to Ex Witness Awake. I am Jonathan and I am yet again cleaning in a gym. Seems to be a theme for me lately. I just had a thought pop into my head, so I thought I'll take a quick break and I will put it on my phone for your benefit. So I hope it's worth the time. I don't script these things, I just do what I do. So I guess I'll roll that intro. It's there. So, I was thinking today about the various forms of field service that Jehovah's Witnesses engage in. They didn't do cart witnessing when I was active. I'm not sure exactly when that was introduced. I think it's only been a few years. It seems like a rather boring form of the ministry, but extremely easy. So I guess depends on what you're looking for. If you want to make your time, that's probably a good way to do it. If you want to have a conversation, probably not. I don't know how many people would come up to you and have a conversation. Maybe when COVID's over, I'll try it out. I'll go up there and to somebody's cart and say, "Hey, how's it going?" And try and strike up a conversation, and then apostate. Anyway, so there's that. There, of course, is the door-to-door ministry. That's well known. There's one that I used to do occasionally, which was an early morning street witnessing. So that is where you go out and you usually in the morning and you try and chase people down to their cars before they leave in whatever parking lot you happen to be parked at. And, give them a tract or a magazine or something. It's a little bit creepy, felt kind of stalkerish. Occasionally, you would play something with someone, but not often. It was usually just a little awkward. Wasn't a great use of your time, to be honest. So there's that. There's, talking to people in a place like at a bus stop or a laundromat or something like that. But what I remember is what has to be the weirdest and creepiest form of preaching and that anybody could do. So every once in a while, me and another young brother would go to a cemetery. A piece of dust just flew by. That was weird. We'd go to a cemetery and we would wait to find people who were visiting their friends and families' grave sites, or if there was not generally when there was a actual burial going on, because that would just be too much. But if we saw somebody who was in the cemetery, we would try and go speak to them. When you're active and your indoctrination is at its peak, you think, well, that's a good idea because I'm giving these people some kind of a hope, that a tract that talks about the hope for the future, they'd be able to see their dead loved ones again. But in hindsight, it was really inappropriate. These people are grieving. And I don't know what I was thinking, or anybody else that does it, to go up to somebody who is grieving in a cemetery and be like, here, you need to read the Bible and you need to, think about the hope to see your loved one again. Come study the Bible with us. We can give you that hope. It's only through us that you'll be able to have that hope. and you can see your dead loved one again in paradise. And really, it's just an emotional manipulation, because a lot of people who would come from the territory were people who had some sort of a tragedy in their life, or a hardship, something like that. Because when everything's great in your life, you don't need anything else. Unless you're actively searching for a new religion, what reason do you have to come to this one? Well, maybe you've got a sick child, and someone comes to your door and tells you that, soon there will be a time when people will not get sick anymore. Or someone is extremely old, and you tell them how there's an opportunity for them to be young again. Insert your solution to whatever hardship or tragedy they happen to be dealing with at the time. And maybe that will motivate them to want to study and eventually become one of Jehovah's Witnesses. But it's very opportunistic, and it's only after you're out of it that you realize that it really was that way, because I obviously don't have those beliefs anymore. I don't think that the Jehovah's Witnesses are going to lead to anybody's salvation or hope for the future. So in hindsight, I'm a little cringy, cringing at having done that. So to anybody I may have at some point visited you in a graveyard, if you happen to see this, I'm really sorry. Sorry to have bothered you in a time of, dealing with personal tragedy. Now, instead of wanting to help people have a hope in that way, I want to give people a new kind of hope, the hope to get out of religions such as Jehovah's Witnesses, these cults, organizations that take advantage of people, that pull on their heartstrings and take their money and control their lives. So that's all I had for the moment. Just something I popped into my head, and that's it. So I'm going to go back to wiping down stuff, and I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you. Psst, hey, it's me from the future. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you feel like it, please support me on Patreon. Thanks. Bye. Next time.